Okay, so hello folks. This is the first episode on this new channel. This one's going to be specifically to discuss artificial intelligence, art, or this new trend that is taking the online world by storm. Obviously, this technology already existed in a limited fashion, especially used by game company developments. When they're creating their worlds, they create their 3D objects. They don't always draw them or manually create them from scratch. They have algorithms to automatically generate characters according to specific feature or details. The user inputs the detail or the characteristic of the object or the being or the character he wants to create, and the algorithm they have will search whatever already existing images or object they have in the database to create a new randomized new element so that they can use it in their world creation, character creation, and so on and so forth. So in today's new games, usually, you have, especially in RPGs, you have a lot of those what we call NPCs. A lot of NPCs are created from scratch, but a lot of them are simply generated automatically. And if you have friends working in the video game industry, you can ask them how this is done, and they can tell you a bit. So now there is finally some access to the users outside these companies to be able to generate their own AI art. There are different companies, different applications doing that. Some you have to pay, some are more on trial, some are free. I'm not going to discuss these right now because I am still experimenting myself with these different providers. But this first session is going to be really on, is this real AI or are these simply algorithms? Because I like to differentiate between AI and algorithms. Algorithms are limited. They can do something to a certain extent. Whatever you wrote in the algorithm, that's what the algorithm can perform for you. AI is supposed to be a bit more than just an algorithm, at least for me. It has to have the ability to do something beyond its algorithm, else it wouldn't be AI. It will just be an algorithm. Let me know if you agree, first of all, with this idea in the comments below. So I'm gonna start looking at different art or creation or images that were created by different users using different providers or application or tools, and then I'm gonna tell you why I'm coming to this conclusion that these providers calling their tools and applications AI art creations, they're not really AI. They're algorithms, and they're very good, but they're not AI. They're algorithms. And basically they're algorithms that are doing exactly what I said in the beginning. They have a big database of different items, objects, photos, ideas, even images that represents feelings or emotions. If you say happy, then they will relate that to a certain image or a certain color. If you say angry, they will relate that to a certain image or a certain color. If you say realistic, they will know how to play around with the colors and the shadows and the hue and the details on faces. If you say steampunk or cyberpunk or a Japanese anime, the more you give details to the algorithm, the more it's gonna get as close as possible to the image you're looking for and randomize it and give you something. That's kind of the idea. So if I look at this photo here, we're looking at this image. This one, for example, is saying sacred, symmetrical, Egyptian element, alien, yellow, high definition, model. Okay, so first of all, other than symmetrical and Egyptian and yellow, which are all existing here, you see it's yellow, yellow, yellow. Egyptian, you can see it from the kind of black paint necklace like that the Egyptian used to use. We can also obviously see the alien feature. This is the classical way that us human imagine aliens, whether it was in ET or up to other programs. And this is directly, I can tell you, I'm not disappointed, but this is where the AI failed to give us something new. What he gives us is our already preconceived idea of something. And I've done a lot of tests, I will show you later on, where I didn't give him detail on how the alien should be. At some point I even told him I want an alien that doesn't look like a humanoid, and it still failed. It still gave me whatever it found in the database. It cannot imagine a new character. Now, if you're doing something real, like a human, a girl, a boy, a school, an hospital, a doctor, a car, there's a lot of benchmark out there, examples, prototypes that the AI, that the algorithm can go and base its creation on, and we're not disappointed because we know what to expect, right? I mean, we know how a boy looks, we know how a car looks, we know how a truck looks, we know how a planet looks, how a tree looks. It becomes disappointing when you try to tell him to create objects that we don't know how they look yet, right? We imagine them, but we don't know how an alien look, right? We don't know how, I don't know, something that we usually imagine, or and we don't know how it looks like. And this is where the AI, I think, fails. So for me, it's not an AI, it's an algorithm, because it's just dipping back into what we already preconceive as human, as database, as historically what we have, and then recreates it. And don't get me wrong, I'm still really impressed by the quality and the different randomization we're getting here, but I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that the AI is not able to go above the algorithms and create something and surprise you with something you would have never imagined. And for me, that's why it's not an AI yet. It's an algorithm. It's a fantastic algorithm with probably hundreds of thousands of codes and a huge database, but it's not an AI. And these tools and vendors online are calling it AI art. It's not AI art. It's algorithm art. It's simply a program. It's a big, huge program. So as you see here, this alien face is kind of like the common face we usually look at. Let's look at a different now example. This one here we have sacred symmetrical Egyptian element, alien sci-fi. So almost the same, but as you can see, we still have the kind of this necklace type of used usually in ancient Egyptians, or these signs they like to use. This kind of paints they put on the face, the red kind of makeup they put on their eyes. And still again, when you look at the alien, it's a humanoid face. It has a mouth, it has a nose, it has eyes. We didn't move away from this humanoid way of imagining the alien. Even here, you might tell me that the face is a bit different. We have something different happening here, yes, but we have two hands, we have a body. Obviously, we didn't tell him that we wanted an alien with like a humanoid body, and still the first default is like this. It has a body, it has hands, it's a human shape. Now, again, sacred symmetrical Egyptian element alien. So here I might say it's a bit, it has outdone itself a bit. However, we still see a head, a body, eyes, nose. This is a bit different, where it kind of has this big brain-like head with a very non-feature in the face. But this also reminds me of so many ways we depict aliens when they don't look like ET, or they don't look like this guy. Usually they have like a huge brain, like a balloon, and then a small face with nothing. So still, again, I feel like this is a digging and randomizing an existing image or a preconception that we have on aliens. Again, eyes, nose, a small pyramid on the head to give you this Egyptian element. Alien with open arms, Egyptian element, cyberpunk, unknown. Okay, again, eyes, nose, mouth, eyes, nose, mouth. Same elements again, same elements again. I'm not gonna go over this, the typical necklace or the type of clothes it shows. I feel like it's still, we're stuck somewhere. Siren, blonde alien. Okay, blonde alien. I mean, fine, blonde, maybe you gave the algorithm a direction. Blonde, usually it's a blonde girl, so maybe that's what he associated it with, and he directly created like a mix of an alien with a blonde girl. It looks just like almost Batgirl, honestly, with her mask, so not impressed with this one. And still, he didn't create something new, something that surprises us. It's just a girl with big ET eyes, honestly. Doppelganger alien colluded with local elites to enslave humans. Okay, this user gave it a bit more information. I'm not sure where the enslave humans fits, but I mean, this is obviously a realistic rendering. It's super high quality, so I'm really impressed by the quality that this algorithm is delivering. But still, the ET eyes, the nose, the mouse, I mean, this is how we all imagine aliens. There's nothing really. Where's the AI? I mean, where's this? Surprise me with something I cannot imagine, you know? Captain Eve X alien on Earth, ultra realistic, hidden in humans. So also alien hidden in humans, but we didn't give it details. We didn't tell it the alien to have a human face or to be like the alien we want it to look like. So what do we have? Eyes, nose, mouth. It's almost a boy with like red sunglasses. Same here. Okay, this guy has a typical big kind of brain alien, but human body. This is maybe the one that's most different. We don't have details on the face, but we have like big, long, tentacle-like legs and hands. And again, how many times do we depict aliens ourselves with tentacles? Because, you know, oh, let's imagine something different. Let's give it tentacles, and then a whole new era of aliens in movies and then in comic books will have tentacles. So AI is just digging into that and refreshing this for you in a different way. Alien circuit board god electric metallic tentacles. So tentacles, here they are, we see them. Here we gave the user gave it a bit more details. So algorithm has more input to generate. So I'm not gonna really talk a lot about this one because we didn't give the AI a lot to guess. There's a lot of information here. Alien, you want some circuit boards, you want to be metallic. We can see the metallic here. Eyes, okay, the eyes are typical kind of ET face, but with a different mouth to close. Tentacle legs, but two hands. Human body, face with a big brain that you can see here. And this one is, I think, the most special. It has tentacles, but I'm happy it didn't put a humanoid face for once, so this is better. But as I said, it's because the user gave it a lot of information. Now I don't know where the god element comes in. Maybe this here in this photo here we can see that there is this usually in religious figures sometimes you have this ring above the head. I think this is what was meant here. This is the god element that came into this image here, and maybe the kind of yellowish aura behind this prototype here, which is also one successful prototype, but you know, it was actually a lot of information was inputted. So this is one of the a few renderings where actually it's not just another remesh of ET or Alien or so on. Now I'm gonna finish this critique with this example here. Here we're saying realistic alien without a head, instead of a head. Okay, no information. But again, what do you get? You get this eyes, kind of a nose here, nose, eyes, human-like head, ET-like eyes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember what was the input. It was instead of a head, a web of neutron particles and a scale-like skin texture. So you can see the scale-likes here, as if it was a marine creature. We can see some tentacles here. This one looks like a fusion between a mosquito face and an owl and an alien, and this hairy type of texture that usually used in insects, found in insects. But again, the imagination of the AI is really based on mix and matching existing photos and preconception of human people. I haven't seen something where you know something you could have not imagined if you were giving those details. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll be issuing a lot of more episodes on AI, or what's being called now AI art, on realistic photo paintings. This one was on imagination, more on aliens, but I'll be issuing specific for character creation, real human-like creations, paintings, trying to simulate a painter using paint, nature depiction, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe so that I can keep on doing these videos. Have a great day.